It is an honor to present our next guest with the Distinguished Service Medal and Citation in recognition of his many years of dedicated service to the VFW. And the Vietnam veteran John E. Hamilton served in the United States Marine Corps from 1968 to 1970, and during his service he received numerous awards, including 3 Purple Hearts, a Combat Action Ribbon, the National Defense Service Medal, and the Vietnam Service Medal with 2 Bronze Service Stars. Shortly after his military service, John joined the VFW at VFW Post 7909 in Jacksonville, Florida, where he maintains his Gold Legacy Life membership. His dedication to veterans in the VFW has never wavered, and in 1981, John was named Florida's Young Veteran of the Year. He served as Florida's Department Commander in 1987 to 1988, and he was elected to the VFW National Council of Administration from 1989 to 1991. He then served, he served on board the VFW National Home as the Supreme Commander of the Military Order of the Cootie. His years of service culminated with his elections Commander-in-Chief at our 113th National Convention, and then his appointment as Adjutant General in 2013 until his retirement just last year. His loyalty and commitment to veterans and our organization's mission will not be forgotten. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage and honoring John E. Hamilton with the Distinguished Service Medal and Citation.
Distinguished Service Medal and Citation awarded to John E. Hamilton in sincere appreciation and spirited recognition of his more than 30 years of exceptional service and unwavering service to the veterans of foreign wars of the United States. As a passionate and involved member, he has served in several leadership roles, culminating with Commander-in-Chief, then Adjutant General, where he served every veteran of every war to the highest degree. His lasting commitment to American veterans, service members, and their families, along with his dedication to the VFW mission, have justly earned him the utmost appreciation of the veterans of foreign wars of the United States, a witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands in the official seal of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States this 25th day of July, 2017, signed Brian Duffy, Commander-in-Chief, Robert E. Wallace, Adjutant General.
Good morning. Let me, there's a lot of people to thank. Obviously, I've had a great long career in the VFW, but I'd particularly like to point out, I'd like to thank my members of 7909, my post, who have stood behind me all these years, and my District 6, our district, in the Department of Florida. And also, I'd like to thank the folks, Commander-in-Chief John Stroud and Bill Thine, John Bajeski, for their faith and confidence in me and allowing me to serve. I want to thank Diane Putoff, and Susan Ernest, and Betty Frankie, and Vanessa Kane, who work up on the 12th floor and helped me on a daily basis and kind of got me through some difficult times and with that decision process, and the chiefs and all those that helped. You know, I came here in 87, 88 the first time. 87, we had our national convention here in New Orleans. And I marched with the Department of Florida as their commander then. So it brings back fond memories, and came back again in 1991 when Jack Carney was the junior, become the senior vice commander-in-chief. But I want to tell you a story. I had and I'll sit down and shut up, I promise, and go away. But retirement's good. I want to tell you that I had a young man come to me, and he had a ponytail that went down to the middle of his back, and I'll never forget him. And he said, John, he said, look, he said, I want to march. He said, I'm going to come to the convention, but I won't show up for the parade. I said, why not, Ron? He said, well, I've got this long ponytail. And he said, people might stare at me. I said, hell, people stare at me. Get in line. So, you know, the VFW has gone through a lot of changes is the point. You know, we've got in Jared Lyons. I remember meeting Jared, who was here. I don't know if he's left or not yet, but there he is. In Tallahassee, when he was a student at Florida State, I first met Jared, and what a leader he's become. So we're in a transitional period. Great things are happening in the VFW. It's time for change. We welcome change, but we have to be patient sometimes. Change does not happen overnight. But what a difference. My father belonged to the VFW, and my grandfather belonged to the VFW. My dad served in World War II as a Marine all through the Pacific, pre-Marine Corps in China, served at the Chosen Frozen. My grandfather fought at Belleau Wood in World War I, and prior to that in the Mexican Wars, I believe. So I've seen a lot of changes over the years in the VFW, and they're good changes. This is not my father's VFW. Hell, this isn't my VFW any longer. So let's continue the change. Let's support these new leaders. Let's support these young warriors. God knows we need them. Let's move forward. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, John. All right, buddy. I appreciate it.